I'm McDonald. This is my contribution to the It Gets Better video project that was launched in response to the recently publicized series of gay teen suicides in the United States. High school for me was very difficult. I was always a fairly shy person, but when I got into high school, my main memory is of being afraid of other people all the time. A lot of it had to do with other issues of mine, but I think in retrospect a lot of it had to do with my sexual orientation. And I responded to this fear by simply shutting down, by staying away from people, by being passive-aggressive to put people off, by just trying to avoid anything that could hurt me, and that continued for some time. And then when I actually consciously recognized that I had a sexual orientation, that I wasn't straight, I don't think I'll ever forget that night and the days that followed. I felt ashamed I hadn't done better by recognizing it earlier at the time. But what I was very upset about was that I had no one to turn to. I had no friends, no support. I had no idea what I could do. I thought it was too late, and that there would be no coming back. But as it happens, that isn't the case. The internet was big. The internet let me connect with other people who knew what I was going through. Shared interests in a history discussion group of all things, but it's pretty easy to find people to care about you anywhere, really. And that's really what I wanted to talk, the central piece of my video posting today. It's the fact that people care. There may be people around you, people who you'll be lucky enough to get to know, to get some support from. There may be people you'll never meet online. They may be people you will meet after knowing them. Whatever. Homophobia is still a definite problem in our world, but there's still a lot of good people out there. There's still a lot of good people who want to help, and who do help, and who did help me. Here I am 8 years later. Do I have problems? Oh, yes I do. But my problems are all pretty manageable. I mean, I have quite a lot of friends, online and offline. I have a cat. Say hi, Shakespeare. I have a home in a city I love. I have a family. Doing pretty well. And that is actually one of the big gifts of being queer, gay, bisexual, lesbian, transgendered, two-spirited, etc. When you come to that realization, you really have to think about your place in the world. And you have to think about who you are, and what you want to be, what you don't want to be. And really, from that perspective alone, it's worked out incredibly positively for me. I mean, I think the odds are pretty good that if keeping all things equal, and I think they would have all been equal, I'd be at least 50 pounds heavier and still living in my parents' home, as opposed to being here and doing the things I've been doing. It will get better. It will really, really get so much better. Talk to your friends. Talk to people who care. I know it's scary to make the connections. It was scary for me, but it will get better.